Hi, this is for my friend Chelsea. I wanted to do a redo of my retro video that I did a while ago. This is going to be a more everyday way that you can incorporate those retro looks that some of us love, and just a few tips on some things that you can do every day for your basic makeup routine. I'm going to get right into it. I'm also trying to use all drugstore products in this to help. So I've already put on my foundation, or my primer. This is L'Oreal Magic Lumi. This one's okay, I'm not in love with it. This is Revlon Photo Finish Eye Primer, absolutely love it. And L'Oreal Magic Souffle Foundation, beautiful. I'm going to be working with the JK Gemma Kid Backstage Kit. This is found at Target. It has absolutely everything in it, just everything you'll need. It's great for a younger girl. I've said before that I really believe in investing in a few shadows because shadows are so important, and I do not love the shadows in this kit, but it does have bronzers and blushes and everything that you need, so it's a great kit as far as drugstore. So, to get right into it, I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes. Now, the retro look, and just also great for every day, was not big on smoky or anything like that. I think in my last video I used white. In this video I'm using just a really pretty sort of very light champagne kind of pinky color. Out of habit I think I will take a little bit of white and just go right in my inner corner and blend up towards there, just because I can't help myself. I clearly already have something on my eyes, some black, because I did a video before, but I suggest, especially when you're going to be working with liquid liner, which is part of that winged look, and this is just to help you with every day if you like to use, or if you want to start using liquid liner. Start with a black shadow. I've already done down here, kind of smudged it together. Judah, please don't make me laugh. This is, if you had any idea how serious, women need to know this. You don't know how serious this really is. I'm just kidding. Okay, and now you're messing me up and I have 8 minutes left. Okay, so taking the black shadow onto your top lid, press this. I know, it's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. I look like a clown. That's what he tells me. Isn't he sweet? Okay, so I'm pressing this black shadow using a slanted tip brush as close as I can to my lash line, okay? And that way, when you go in with your liquid liner, since there's already black shadow there, and you can smudge that and make that, however you like, there leaves so much less room for error. I also like to plot out, as far as the wing that she was asking about, and the best way to do that, okay, rather than going from the top of your line up, because then you're going to have to match it over here, just use your bottom line as your guide, and just make a straight line, just like that, from the bottom up. And you can go as high up as you want, but that is just the best way to make it even on both sides. Then you're gonna want to go in with liquid. Now, the biggest thing that I'm into lately, MAC makes a great one. I forget the name of it. This is by Wet n Wild, and it's very comparable. The difference is, this is one of those marker tipped liquid liners that I've talked about before that I love. This one is by Lorac. Okay, this is a very high-end one. It's very thin, if you can see the difference between how thick that one is and how thin this one is. And then, of course, regular, this is an Urban Decay, just as an example, how thin that is compared to that. When you're using a very thin liquid liner, you want to, in general for this look, for this sort of feline cat-shaped eye, it's going to be very thin there, and then it gets thicker. When you're using a very thin liner like that, you have to, when it gets to the end, you're going to have to keep building. But if you start with a marker like this, I call them markers, it does so much of the work for you. So you need to keep your elbow rested on a surface so that you're not as shaky. start in the middle, stay as close to the lash line as possible, and then follow that line up. And I know I already have this black shadow on, and see with that, even if my hand was a little shaky, if I was new at it and I was, you wouldn't see that shakiness at all. So you starting in the middle, and you've already got that thick line if you're using one like this. Then for the inner corner, you're going to want to keep your eyes open. And I know that's going to feel weird at first, but you absolutely have to, because you don't want to have any flesh there. I even lift my eye up like this, like a crazy person, and line underneath my waterline like that, just so that there's absolutely nothing showing there. Then, on towards brows. To keep it simple, I'm going to use 2 of the matte colors from this kit, and I'm just going to, the idea is not to darken them and make them, I think in my last video, that's what made it look a little bit too, I almost said cartoony, that's not the right word. It was just a little bit too literal. You don't have to do that, especially for an everyday thing. I think, though, that having nicely polished brows is just so important for your overall look. So all I'm trying to do here is I'm just filling it in. I'm mixing 2 colors. I'm mixing this brown here, these 2. You want to keep the lighter color if you're going to be mixing towards the front. That tends to look more natural, and the darker one back here. And then I'm obsessed with all Anastasia products as far as brows. They are a little bit expensive. This is a clear brow gel. An alternative for that would be to use regular hair gel and a clean mascara wand, such as something like this. And, dip that in hair gel and do something like that. Now, I think it's okay to go ahead. I don't know how much rouge they used back in the 50s. But I'm going to go in and put on some blush. And my tip for that, as far as where to start, a lot of women ask me, like, where do they put the blush on and how far in should it go? You put your fingers like this and start the blush just like that, okay? The idea is, and of course you want to blend, 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 blend. You want this inner part of your face to be as illuminated and white, and this back here is where the darkness is, and that just draws attention to the middle of your face and just looks a lot prettier. Onward to the lips. You can, if you want to do a more literal 50s, what am I doing here? I'm calling the wrong thing. Vintage 50s things. You'd want to have it very nicely lined, very precise. The way that I would like to do it, if you have a red lipstick that you love and you're kind of afraid to go out and wear it, I just put it on and then start blending it with my finger and try not to look like a clown. Try to keep it in the lines. Sorry, that took too long. But the idea is, and I do this with a lot of my lipsticks, but especially the bold ones, because, and then you can build on that. So if you have a red lipstick that you really love, but you're afraid of going out there with the whole, like, very dramatic red lip, you can just kind of put it on and just blend it in, and you still get the same idea, and you have that red lip, and you have the winged liner. A great drugstore mascara, Falsies by Maybelline, and I put just tons and tons and tons on. I like to layer different mascaras. And I don't have a lot of time left in this video, but if you are going to use fake lashes, rather than putting on a full strip, what Marilyn Monroe used to do, and this is what I always do, is I cut them in half, and I put the glue on, and I just put them on the outer corner, like that. And I don't have time to show you how to do that right now, but I have another video where I showed how to do lashes, and that just really adds to that feline, I don't know why I keep saying feline, kitty cat eyes, and it just really adds to that and makes it beautiful. So anyway, I hope this helped. I hope you learned something, and my next video is for my friend Amber. If anyone else has any questions or something that you'd like me to show, please by all means let me know. It makes me feel good, like I'm doing some real good in the world. Okay, thank you.